You will not believe what some of these pennies sold for. We're going to start with some older pennies and then get more modern here as we go all the way up into the 1990s. This is the 1943 steel cent. Now, I wanted to throw this in even though it's a simple off-center error, just because the coin sold for $336 at auction. So, something to always look for is an off-center error for anyone that's new to coin collecting or coins in general. Some coins will be just 5% off center. Some could be 30% off center, like this Lincoln steel cent. Some could be much more off center than this. So some can get passed up, if they're only 5 or 10% off center and people don't really pay attention to their change. Now, this next thing I thought was really cool. So this is a punched planchet strip where they punch out the planchets. So pretty cool thing to own if you're a big collector, something like this. And this is the planchet strip for the 1943 steel cents. So I thought that was pretty cool and wanted to include it in this video. This planchet strip sold for $930. It is authenticated by NGC. So very cool item there. Next up is a 1950 Lincoln wheat cent that has been broad struck. You can look for broad strikes on all kinds of different coins, of course. You can see the broad strike taking place around the rim of this Lincoln cent. And this coin ended up selling for $53 at auction, graded by Annex. This next coin is also graded by Annex. It's the 1956 wheat penny, and the coin could definitely get passed up if people do not pay attention to their coins very often. As you see, down by the date, you'll see the date twice, and that's because the coin has been double struck. So always inspect your coins closely. This coin ended up selling for $204 at auction. Graded by Annex at an AU58. Moving right along to a 1957 wheat penny. This coin here looks damaged, doesn't look very interesting or anything like that here on the obverse of the coin. But as we flip the penny over, you'll see that little piece of silver scrap that was struck into the reverse of the coin. So obviously in the 1950s, they're producing silver dimes, silver quarters, and coins like that. And, silver's going to be around in the mint, right? It's always going to be around in the mint. And a piece of silver scrap was struck into this wheat penny. This coin ended up selling for $480 at auction, graded by NGC at a mint state 64 brown. Next up is a 1960 large date Lincoln cent. So if you're not familiar with large date versus small date, here's an example of the large date versus the small date 1960 Lincoln cents. So you'll see the difference really in the O. If you look at each O, the zero of the date there, you can tell a huge difference from the small date and large date. Now on this coin has a mint error. You'll see that the planchet is cracked there around the 3 o'clock spot of this penny, and it is graded by NGC at a mint state 63 red. This coin sold for a little over $50 at auction, so not a super valuable coin, but it's $50 for a penny. Now this next coin I really like. It was struck onto a defective cracked planchet. You can see the crack from one rim of the coin to the other side of the coin. And it's a 1961 Lincoln penny, graded by NGC at a mint state 64 red. This coin sold for $192, all because of that cracked planchet. Almost a $200 penny there. Now here is an indent error on the 1964 Lincoln cent. This penny here, graded by Annex at a mint state 65 red brown, ended up selling for $67 at auction. Moving on to a 1993 Lincoln cent. Now this coin has been multi-struck and broad struck. A pretty obvious type of mint error. This is, sticks out like a sore thumb, right? So this coin, graded by PCGS at a mint state 65 red, sold for $79 at auction, nearly an $80 penny there. And then we have a 1995 penny that was struck onto an unplated planchet. A lot of people get these confused with, science experiment pennies. You could turn a penny just about any type of color with heat and things like that, chemicals and stuff. So this is actually a mint error, and it's a very valuable one as well. This penny ended up selling for $660 at auction because of that mint error, the unplated planchet. and it is graded by NGC at a mint state 67. Now here is a no data Lincoln cent. Looks pretty normal on the reverse of the coin, but as we flip the coin over, the penny over to the obverse, you'll see that the obverse of the coin has been struck through a capped die. So you will not see, very faintly see the obverse design of the Lincoln cent here. This coin, graded by NGC, sold for around $100. So always pay attention to your coins, if you're going through a coin jar, family coin collection, or, getting coins from the bank, coin roll hunting, or, just searching through your pocket change. Always inspect your coins closely because you never know what you might find. And don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Feel free to check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.